Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. My most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ram. Welcome. Today we will learn the fourth Anuvakam of Namakam. And before we do that, we will learn a quick fact. So, today we will try to understand the meaning of Vedic chants, that whatever we are learning or whatever there is should not be taken very literally. Okay, what that means is the meaning of Vedas or Vedic chants are always associated with dharma or the righteousness that we have to practice in daily lives. Also, what God preaches. Okay, so it should not be taken very literally, otherwise you cannot comprehend, or you cannot really make it out that what actually Vedas are trying to teach us. Okay, so you should always try to relate the meanings of Vedic chants or Vedas with the with the real life practices that we have to do, which is nothing but practicing dharma. And how we have to do is what is there in Vedas. Okay, and how we can reach the God himself. Okay, and how he can be seen in each and every creature in this world. That's what is at a high level. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. And now let's get into the fourth Anuvakam of Namakam. Okay. नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तीभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो कृत्सेभ्यो कृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यकक्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रभ्यः संग्रहेतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षद्भ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्ठेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः. Now let's get into the meaning of it. नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः. My salutations to him who can attack from all the sides. Avyadhinibhyo. And vividyantibhyascha means who can also attack in many fold ways, okay, many ways. Uganabhyastrigumhatebhyascha vo namo namo. Uganabhyascha means one who exists in the form of energies. Okay, my salutations to him who exists in the form of all type of energies, and who is and which are very fierce. Okay, Trigumhatebhyascha. Gritsebhyo gritsapatibhyascha vo namo namo. And my salutations to him who exists in the form of those who hanker after the sensory world. Okay, which is nothing but gritsebhyo, and gritsapatibhyascha means and their lord. Okay, who exist in the form of people, those who hanker after the sensory world, and also he is the lord of them. My salutations to you who exist in the form of variety of people. Vratebhyo vratapatibhyascha vo namo namo. Vratebhyo means variety of people with different tendencies. Okay, vratapatibhyascha, and also the lord of such people. Okay, that means you exist in the form of everyone. Okay, it basically the inner meaning of it is you just doesn't exist in a particular form, but you are in everyone and in every being. So one should actually see God or see Lord Shiva in each and every being, whether he is a greedy person or whatever bad or good qualities one might have. They are all embodiments of God himself. Ganebhyo ganapatibhyascha vo namo namo. My salutations to Lord Rudra, who exists in the form of Ganas or the attendants of Lord Shiva, and also Ganapati, who Pati means the Lord, okay, who exists in the form of the Lord of all the Ganas also, okay. Pati attributes to Lord, okay. So anything before that, there is anything prefix to that, states that he is the Lord of whatever the prefix it is, okay. Virupebhyo vishwarupebhyascha bho namo namo. Virupebhyo, okay. So my salutations to Lord Rudra, who exists in the formless, who doesn't have any form, okay, one who doesn't have any form. My salutations to him. Virupebhyo vishwarupebhyascha means also one who can attain the, or one who exists in the form, in the cosmic form, okay, that is one who is spread across the cosmos, okay. My salutations to him. Mahadvyagakshullakebhyascha vo namo namo. My salutations to you, who is great and small. Mahadbhya means great, and Kshullakebhya means very small, okay. So he is both great and small. So that's the beauty of it, right? So what we are trying to say here is that the God doesn't differentiate between anyone, or doesn't differentiate in between any people or person or animal or anything, right? He exists in each and every particle of this entire universe. That's what we are trying to state here, okay. Radibhyo rathebhyascha vo namo namo. My salutations to you, who has chariots, Rathibhyo, and Rathebhyascha, and who is also chariotless, okay. So who has a chariot and who also doesn't have a chariot, okay. Rathebhyo rathapatibhyascha vo namo namo. So, and my salutations to Lord Shiva, who has chariots, or who exists in the form of chariot itself, and who also exists in the form of Rathibhyo Rathebhyascha, okay, in the Lord of Rathapatibhyascha. So who is also the Lord of all the chariots, okay. Senabhyassenanibhyascha vo namo namo. And my salutations to you, who exist in the form of the soldiers or the army, okay. Senabhya, Senanibhyascha, and their Lord, okay. Senanibhyascha. Kshatrabhyas sangrahetrabhyascha vo namo namas. And my salutations to you, who exist in the form of the one who trains those charioteers, okay, or the drivers of chariots, okay, and who drive those chariots, and who also exist in the form of those who drive the chariots, okay. So chariots also mean our bodies. Our bodies act as the chariots for the Atma inside. So all along when we are actually alive, this body acts as the chariot. So what we are saying is, God is this chariot, also the Atma inside, okay, or the Shiva is the chariot himself and the Atma inside also, okay. So that means that he is ever existing, okay, and he is this body exists to some extent, that is till we are dead, right? It doesn't exist beyond that, but Lord Shiva is eternal, who exists even after that. Similarly, Atma is also existent even after leaving this body. Okay, he is one with the Atma, and that's why we called Atma and Paramatma. Okay, they are nothing but the same. Okay, one merges into the another. Kshatrabhyas sangrahetrabhyascha bho namo namas. And my salutations to you who exist in the form of one who teaches the driver, that is the charioteer, and also the chariot. Okay. And takshadbhyo rathakarebhyascha bho namo namah. And my salutations to you who exist in the form of the carpenter, okay, one who makes the chariot. Now you can actually understand, I think, because who makes this body, right? It is nothing but the God himself. So who exists in the form of one who creates this chariot, and also the chariot maker, okay, the carpenter. Kulalebhya karmarebhyascha vo namo namo. My salutations to you who exist in the form of potters, kulalebhya, and karmarebhyas, and also who exist in the form of blacksmith and who work with different metals, okay, to shape us, okay, to bring us into a shape, okay, or to help us lead a proper life, or to there are different meanings to it, right? And one who can carve us in a better shape to to go in the right direction in our lives, or to tread the path of dharma. He is the one who can carve us to do that, okay. Punjishtebhyo nishadebhyascha vo namo namah. And my salutations to you who exist in the form of flowers, punjishtebhyo, and nishadebhyascha, and who also exist in the form of fishermen, okay. So we also should see what fisherman does, right? So fisherman actually traps fishes, catches fishes, right? So he is the one who forces us into the world of Maya. Maya is nothing but illusion, and also who can actually bring us out of that illusion, okay. Ishukridbhyo dhanvakridbhyascha bho namo namo. And my salutations to you who exist in the form of makers of arrows, Ishukridbhyo, and also who is the maker of bows, dhanvakridbhyascha, okay. Mrigayubhyashvanibhyascha bho namo namah. And my salutations to you who exist in the form of Mrigayubhya, hunters, okay, and the keepers of hounds, Shvabhyashvapatibhyascha vo namaha. So my salutations to Lord Rudra who exist in the form of dogs, and also Shvabhya means dogs, and Shvapati means lord of those dogs, okay, which one who exists in both these forms. So what really we are trying to say here is we have to be very careful when we are actually trying to tell the meaning of this statement, because we cannot relate, because it doesn't give any meaning that Lord Shiva is dog, right? So what actually it means is what dog does, right? It keeps a vigil on the house at the night, right? When you are asleep, the dog keeps a vigil. Similarly, God also always keeps a vigil on all of us, and He actually takes care of us from getting harmed or something. So it's upon us to pray Him, right? So we have to do our duty to get the protection, but He is always there, right? He is always there with the boon bestowing hand, but we have to do our part of job, that is we have to do our duty to attain His grace, right? So yeah, that brings us an end to the fourth Anuvakam. Hope I was able to explain you all the things properly. and hope you were able to understand. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sai Ram.